So, part 2, Josh.
Part 2.
Now, normally we would have separate, parts.
Yeah.
So
like Steven's kind of 4 picks and Josh's kind of 4 picks, but we each picked 2 songs we wanted to talk about.
We did.
Steven, you can go first.
I'm gonna go first because you gotta go first last time. Now, the song that I want to talk about is by another group that, we talked about 808 Cream.
Yeah.
They had that Brave Sound bump.
Yeah.
This group also had a big Brave Sound bump, and recently they've been branching out.
Yeah.
All right, they've been branching out, and that is 4minute with their new song "Hate."
네 눈빛이 말해주고 있어 Liar, liar, liar 더 날 속이지 마 이젠 더 이상 알고 싶지 않아 I don't wanna know, no, no 더는 no, no, no 다 끝났어 가요 여기까지인가 봐요 Get out 뒤돌아서 나가요 이 사랑의 끝에는 미움만이 남았네요 끝이 없던 우리 사랑에도 끝이 보여 어줍잖은 이유들로 질질 끌지 마요 늦었어 이미 끝났어
No syrup. I need juice.
Yeah. We were just listening to the song, and all I can think of now is syrup. No syrup. I need juice.
I mean, I obviously know what they're saying, but it really just sounds like no syrup.
Yeah.
Syrup.
Yeah. Anyways, so 4minute.
No more syrup.
If you didn't know, this song is co-produced by Skrillex.
Yes.
Skrillakapeezy himself of EDM fame, of course, in America.
Yeah.
And this kind of is a big follow-up to Crazy from last year, which was also a very EDM influenced song. Didn't have the help of Skrillex as this one did. But I mean, I say but, like, I think this song has its
catchiness.
good parts.
Yeah. It has enough catchiness, I think.
It has some catchiness. Yes. But as an overall song, it's the same thing with Crazy. Like, I think Crazy had its points, but like, I just was never in the mood really to listen to Crazy. Like, so I just never listened to it again. Right? Didn't show up in our top 10 of the year. Right? Like, we probably, I don't think we ever mentioned that song again.
Yeah. It was catchy, but.
Yeah, but we'll go back and we'll be like, oh man, this song,
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
It's not bad, right? Yeah. And I think Hate, like, I know this song, or it has already gotten a lot of hate because it sounds too similar to Crazy, but not as good as Crazy.
A lot of people are saying that.
A lot of people are saying that. And a lot of people, again, are like, well, maybe they should go back to Brave Sound. And it's like, you just... Okay.
It's hard to get back on a Brave Sound train once you've got on a Brave Sound train.
It's pretty hard. But I mean, what did you think about the song? I mean,
I do think I like Crazy better than this song. They are very similar in some aspects, but what I really think makes this song is that the chorus is really catchy. At least for me. I think Steven is the opposite. I think he really likes the verse versus the chorus.
I mean, the chorus is like catchy, but like not in the I'm walking down the street and I'm humming this song. Like this is like the like dun, 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 like this is like
club and like someone's hitting it.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the right way to describe it, but there's like a kind of passive catchiness. Those are like the songs that get stuck in your head all day. Yeah. You can never get them out of your head. Yeah. And then there's kind of the aggressive catchiness, which is like when you hear the song, immediately it's like super aggressive. It like takes over your life. Like you get up in your seat and you just want to jam out to the song.
Yeah.
But 5 minutes later, it's gone.
It's done. Yeah.
And I think for me, this is a very aggressive catchiness. It's like I totally forget this song exists an hour from now.
Yeah.
But like we just listened to it, so I need juice, right?
Yeah.
I need juice right now.
Yeah.
But I also think Crazy.
It suffered from the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah. But I think Crazy overall as a general A to B to C, it flows a lot better than this. Because this is disgustingly Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Like I think the first half of the song would be a totally fine song separately. And the chorus would have been a totally fine song separately. But together it's like this weird mismatch of style and like it's very clear to me, or at least I think it's very clear to me that like you can tell which part is the Skrilla Capizzi part and which part is the other part.
Yeah. And I mean, we'll have to see, but I think Crazy got a lot of boost because actually like a lot of, kids, middle school kids like in Korea would perform it like at like festivals and stuff like that.
Would they?
Yeah. I saw it a lot. I heard about it a lot, like with a lot of like our friends who teach at middle schools and like girls' middle schools. There were a lot of cover dances for it, and when I'd go to like Hongdae, just walking down the street and they're doing like street performances and dances, they're dancing to Crazy. Crazy was very popular for just dancers in general to perform, and I don't know if this song has that same kind of appeal, which makes it, in my eyes, it won't be as successful.
I mean, I get what you're saying, like, because Crazy did not do amazingly well in Korea.
Yeah.
Like I think the only reason Crazy hit in the top charts was because it's 4 minute, and people were previously to that they had a lot of Brave Sound songs that were hitting number one, and they were on the conscious mind of Korea, so they were like, oh, new 4 minute, let's go,
let's give it a shot.
But that was the only song they released that year. Didn't do super well. So they released this song, and like it didn't chart well at all. This is like for 4 minute, like this song, I don't even know if this song was in the top 15.
I don't remember the last time a 4 minute song was this
low
on the charts. Yeah.
Like right now, it's getting beat by songs that came out 6 months ago. Like I think last we looked it up for the weekly update, it was like 40 something, which is insanely low from what is ostensibly like a A-tier group, right?
And to give you some kind of like background for that, like AOA's like Heart Attack is higher than this song.
Yeah, AOA's Heart Attack from last year.
From last year. Yeah. I'm not even talking about AOA Cream. I'm talking about AOA's Heart Attack.
Yeah. And like, of course, like UA from Twice is number 7 right now.
And it has been number 7 or like top 10 for the past like 2 months.
Yeah. Like usually, if it's a big name group, their debut is going to be high. It might just drop down straight up later, anyways, because you hype it up so much because it's a big name group.
Yeah.
But this song didn't even have that.
It's actually kind of strange, to be honest.
Well, it makes sense to me. It makes sense because like Korean people, as we said, what do they like? They like catchy songs. They like ballads. This EDM is not something Korean people listen to.
Not yet.
Maybe in a decade, because that's how behind Korea is, kind of. But like, Korean people don't understand EDM. They don't understand that style of music.
We're talking about the general populace. Of course, there are pockets of Korean people who really, really love EDM. Who go to festivals and all that.
And a lot of K-pop is borrowing very heavily from EDM now by doing build up.
You can see the
drop,
flavors.
say your name, right? Like that is from EDM, okay? But just straight up, this kind of EDM, Korean people don't like.
Yeah, and so I kind of compare this song. I'm not saying like this song is better than this song, but this song kind of suffers from the same fate as like CL's Dr. Pepper did. Like CL, I mean, obviously I like this song better than CL's Dr. Pepper. But
everybody, please God.
But CL's Dr. Pepper, like I think Korea was not down with that. They weren't ready for that. It wasn't their style. Yeah. And this song, I think it suffers from the same fate. It's just not like Crazy was like, okay, we can kind of get a little bit. Yeah. But this one's just like, no, it's just too different. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because Dr. Pepper was made for the overseas market, and this song is apparently doing very well overseas, right? But
with the with kind of international fans.
Yeah. But it's really not doing well in Korea, and it makes sense. But there's this thing where like I think a lot of people don't really understand how popularity works. Like for example. Like a good equivalent I can make is like box office gross. Like for example, a lot of times when the first movie is very good, it doesn't matter if the second movie's crap or not. The second movie will make a lot of money because the first one was so good. But then a lot of people will be like, but the second movie made so much money, that must mean
better.
Must mean it's better, or people liked it or whatever. And so then the third movie comes out following the second movie and it does bad. Because a lot of times in sequels, box office is based on the previous movie's merits, right?
Yeah.
And that happens all the time with K-pop songs.
At least in sequels, right?
Yeah.
Because when you buy into a sequel for a movie, you kind of like are buying into a certain kind of producing style, certain actors and storyline and all that. It's already like set.
Yeah.
And the same goes in K-pop, right?
Yep.
Like you know what you're gonna get because you might be familiar with the producer. You're definitely familiar with the members and their singing style, right? And so, 4 Minutes Hate kind of was the sequel to the original 4 Minute Brave Sound kind of, and this is kind of the backlash from.
Yeah. Like Crazy did okay because of the success of the Brave Sound stuff, and then this is the sequel to that. And people there's no goodwill from Crazy, so it doesn't have that extra bump. And a lot of people, it's like when GOT7's If You Do started charting really well, and like to me, I recognize, or at least I feel like I recognize, it wasn't because of the quality of If You Do. It was because of all the goodwill that they have been accruing in other things, whether it's with their last song or with all the stuff that Jackson has been doing
like promotions and stuff like that. Yeah. And that is very K-poppy.
There are exceptions, right? But like in general, like sometimes a song charts really high, but like nobody's singing it, nobody's like listening to it all that bunch. I don't hear it all the time in Korea, and it's like, well, why did the song chart high? And it's like, well, it's the goodwill that they've kind of
if we had to sum it up in kind of one word, I would say momentum. Like how much momentum the group has.
And 4 Minute lost it a lot of momentum last year because they only released one song and it was Crazy and
and that, I mean, that's why when we were talking about during the after show like at the beginning of the year, we kind of were like, okay, what groups do you want to see do well, right? And we named a lot of groups that don't have a lot of momentum right now. And I feel like AOA is starting to gain a little bit more momentum, and 4 Minute after this song is losing even more momentum.
Right. And we talked about this news story. Well, it's not really a news story in our weekly update, which was that the leader of 4 Minute was quoted saying that like, so their contracts with Cube are up this year.
Yeah, they're going to expire this year.
Yeah, they're going to expire this year. So they said that the performance of this album will heavily influence whether or not they'll resign.
Yeah.
Which means if they don't resign, that means 4 Minute's done, right?
It will be disbanded,
Yeah. So the album's sales are really not doing good.
Right,
I think I read today that it was the lowest of any 4 Minute song ever. I think even more than their like debut single.
Wow.
So it's not looking good if that is a trusted thing.
Yeah, we don't know how serious she's being, right? It might just be kind of a media grab.
And it might be kind of, bad to say, but like we've always joked that 4 Minute was Hyuna and crew. And I don't think they've tried, I think, very hard. Like I do really like their music videos because they tried really hard to give everybody equal billing. They really do. Like every time I see a 4 Minute video, it's like it could just be 90% Hyuna, just like all of Icon's videos are 90% BI or Bobby, right? Yeah. Like, or 90% of Winners is like Taeyeon, right? Yeah. Or Mino, right? Yeah. But like, they don't do that. They really do try, but the problem is that none of the other girls have done anything significant outside of the group like Hyuna has.
Yeah. And you guys might argue that, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right?
Yeah, the poof is in the poofin.
The poof is in the poofins.
Yeah.
It's very evident
Yeah.
that although they do work very hard, that they are
And they have some other side gigs, sort of.
It's just not enough to propel 4minute like certain
Yeah.
members of other groups do. Like we're talking about Jackson for GOT7. Jackson's basically putting GOT7 on the map, and just Bobby and Bi just for icon and such. So
either way, that's just saying like maybe disbanding is just the way to go.
that would be unfortunate.
But like, I feel like they wouldn't. Right? I feel like because they know without Hyuna, right? Like, what are they? Not what are they gonna do? They're not shit out of luck, right? Sitting on the road with no money, right? But like,
they're losing a lot of their appeal.
Yeah. So. I hope they stay together just because I always hate to see groups disband,
especially a long-time group.
Yeah. But to be honest, 4minute was completely irrelevant in the general K-pop scene last year. Maybe Hyuna, but even Hyuna, like her solo stuff wasn't really that great, at least in our opinions. Like Red was really big, but I'm pretty sure that was 2 years ago.
2014, right?
Last year was like Roll Deep and like.
Yeah, they didn't really hit very hard.
And we didn't talk about, this is a really long 4minute, but we didn't talk about the weird cultural appropriation. Like, we've mentioned in the past how bad Acor Black's music video is, which is like girls in cornrows and looking like 90s, like really kind of racist.
Like hip-hop genre, quote unquote. All right.
Yeah, not great. But in this video, like there's a bit of that. There's a fair bit of that where it's like you just found like the most generic kind of like racist-y kind of picture, like ignorant-y kind of picture, and was like, we're gonna make one of the girls dressed like that, and it's like, don't do that, guys.
She's got like the baby hairs and like it's not.
Yeah, and then we went back and watched Crazy, and we noticed. I'm pretty sure the same girl got the same treatment. She got
short end of the stick.
She got fucking cornrows and like. Oh, it was just not. It was not great. I really think whoever is their
fashion
coordinator, like really is just all over the place with like their outfits. Like I thought the crazy outfits in general were way, way, way better than the weird fucking outfits they're wearing in. When I say weird, I don't mean they're weird. Like
eccentric. We mean just
weird. Like doesn't match. Like they're like for half of it they're wearing a sweatshirt with a 4M logo that looks like a 3M. Copy of the 3M like Post-it note company's logo.
Yeah.
And like
the other time they're just wearing kind of like tank tops.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, I don't think the song's too bad.
Yeah.
But it definitely is not.
They don't need a plateau song. They need some song that gives them momentum, and this is not a momentum-giving song, unfortunately.
I mean, people don't really go back to Brave Sound once they finish, right? But like. Some groups are still as popular or just slightly less popular without Brave Sound. Like Sistar, right? They use Brave Sound a little bit. They use Double Sidekick, and then they're kind of branching off.
Yeah.
Do you think 4minute should go back?
I don't know. I mean,
because they're trying this EDM stuff, but like,
like I'm happy that they're trying to incorporate like different like genres of music into their style, but I just think the timing is just not right.
Yeah. Like I think it's the same thing with CL. Like I think someone like they thought, okay, K-pop is so and so years behind American music, right? Like it's about time.
Yeah, let's try to crash course it.
Like it's about time. Let's be the first ones out there. Yeah. Like EDM is coming, right? EDM is coming.
Yeah.
And what little did they know?
We're not ready.
Little did they know that Korea actually went completely 180 and they went way back to the 90s. And they're like, we like cute groups again, and we like cute innocent concepts again.
Innocent concepts like.
Yeah, and 4minute like well,
first
fuck.
Love concept. Yeah, and 4minute like, oh shit,
they're like, wait,
do that.
G-Friend's now number one. Like,
we can't do that.
Like, fuck me, right? Yeah. Like, damn it, So they took a gamble, and sadly that gamble it didn't pay off.
Yeah.
So no more syrup.
I need juice.
I need juice. All right, next song, Josh.
So the next song we want to talk about after our long 4-minute segment is actually Winner's second song, Baby Baby.
Baby, baby, 이 밤이 싫어요. Baby, baby, 혼자가 싫어요. 그냥 말동무 좀 해줘요. Oh, my friends, 오늘 뭐 하니? 우리 술 한잔 비우릴까? 너 바쁘구나. 그렇다면 다음에 얼굴이나 한번 보자. Oh, baby, baby, 이 밤이 싫어요.
Baby. It sounds like nothing like that.
Absolutely.
In our K-pop weekly update that we do every week, that's really redundant, but we talked about this song and we kind of described it as a song that our parents would listen to.
Yes.
It's a very kind of
a little bit country,
older sounding song. It's very, I would say, kind of pop rockish. That's very easy listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought, I was like, man, I swear, my parents used to listen to something like this on the radio when I was 10 years old in my parents' car. It's very surprising to hear that from a K-pop group.
Yeah.
But I also totally understand why, it's not a chart-topping song, right? It's not a standard ballad, Korean ballad.
It's not like I'm gonna cry kind of ballad, and it's not really poppy. But
it is sad.
I like it. I really like it. It's a song about them really hating spending time alone at night. The lyrics kind of go oh, hey baby, if you're not doing anything, do you want to be with me tonight? And then the next verse is hey, what's up, my friends? And he's addressing his friends. It's what are you guys doing? If you're not busy, let's have a drink. And it's oh, if you're busy, then I guess I'll see you next time. And it's kind of just baby baby, I really hate the night. So
I hate being alone.
Yeah, I hate being alone. Which
I love being alone.
I think understanding the lyrics, it gives it more charm for me because I feel this is kind of a song that they really are kind of can really relate to. Being an idol, all you do is just just schedule, and basically your friends are your group mates. If you guys don't get along, then that's tough luck. You have to pretend you get along, and
pretend like you don't get bullied.
And I'm sure a lot of the relationships have fallen by the wayside, and so it's kind of this song is about the loneliness, I guess.
Yep.
And the video does a fair representation of that, right?
Yeah. I think the video we were talking about in the update that another thing that separates Winner from Icon and Big Bang is
more risque.
Yeah, they're really setting the tone of we are not boys, right? They're really setting a tone of we're men.
Yeah.
We like to drink.
We like to party.
We like girls.
Yeah.
We like to be out in the bed with girls.
Mm-hmm.
With
topless girls.
With topless girls. They're really trying to be more mature, and I think their sound follows that, right?
Yeah.
They're really trying more emotional, more not just fun time, songs.
Not totally pop, but they're kind of dibble dabbling with different genres that are, I wouldn't say more mature, but less kind of mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is a song like I'm kind of like, man, I should like send this to my parents. I wonder if I wonder if my mom would
There,
like
there
this.
are some songs like in K-pop where I listen to them and I'm like, man, I want to send this to my dad, see if you like it. And this is definitely one of the songs. Yeah.
I would not send anything to my dad because he'll be like, I don't like this. Why aren't you studying? Come back to America. I'm like, Dad, man, calm down.
Dad, man, calm down.
Dad, calm
Well,
down.
maybe he's so angry because he called him man.
Oh, well. Actually, I call my dad, Daddy.
Daddy?
Yeah, well, it's strange to me now, you know, as a grown fucking man.
Yeah.
But like, I just can't call him like
Dad?
dad, or I can't just call him like father. You know,
Yeah.
like if I'm just speaking and I'm not thinking, I was just like, you know, what daddy say, or like, you know, tell daddy, you know.
Yeah, I say like, so when I'm talking about my dad with my brother, we call him Pops. But when I address him, I call him like Papa.
Papa.
Yeah, like because it's very like Asian. Like
I call my dad daddy. I don't know, man.
I call when I'm talking about my moms with my brother, I say moms. But when I'm talking to her, I call her mama.
Yeah, I call my mom mommy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that says about me.
Interesting.
But you know what else is interesting? You guys. All right, because now is when we talk about, thanking all of the people that continue to listen to our podcast.
Supporting us.
I know we haven't, been the most consistent in our lives.
No.
Especially uploading things.
That's not a word that they would use to
describe us.
No.
Consistent, probably not.
No.
But we do, of course, always want to thank you guys for listening. Last month was the best month we've ever had with downloads. And the month before that was the third best. So, like, we're going up slightly.
We've got momentum.
We got momentum. The robots are really enjoying us.
The robots are clicking those likes.
Yeah. Clicking that download button.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we want to thank everybody who, of course, listens to this. We would also read some iTunes reviews. But again, we did not get any since the great iTunes rush of 2015.
Which we were very thankful for.
We were very thankful for. But again, if you guys we really urge you guys to leave us a review on iTunes because it helps us show up in the rankings higher. Number two, more reviews means that other people are more inclined to download it.
It's like more credibility.
Yeah, it's more. That's what I live on. Like if I don't get iTunes reviews, like I need it. I need it.
Hey, you guys got any more of them iTunes reviews?
iTunes reviews. I need some, man. I need some stars.
You guys got any more of them iTunes reviews back there?
Stars, man. So yeah, if you guys can, or of course, as always, you can leave a comment, on the YouTube channel if you watch the video version
I check
or
those
email.
periodically. Yeah, I try to respond to those.
So yeah,
Yeah,
we try.
we try.
As always, though, we read everything.
Yeah.
We don't respond to everything, sadly. But yeah, I look forward to reading. Whoever leaves the next iTunes review, I will read it first next time, and I will read it in the best voice that I can read. I'll give you $100, but I can't give you much. I'll give you a hug, but I can't give you a hug. Okay, so I'll give you an e-hug. Whoever leaves the next iTunes review, okay,
E-hug from Steven.
An e-hug from me. Okay, I will AOA cream on you.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
A gibbity goo.
Next podcast, still have no iTunes
reviews. Or like someone leaves an iTunes review. Please don't cream on me. please don't cream on me.
Please don't cream on me. 1 star.
Yeah, 1 star. Don't do that. But
if
you don't write, please don't cream on me.
Hilarious.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be hilarious.
Please, all right. Please do that. All right. Please do that. Anyways,
let's finish it up. Bring it home.
The next song that we're going to talk about is by our Chingu with the guitar, Woo Sung-woo, featuring Crucial Star with their song Whatever.
하루 일과를 마치고 오늘 어땠냐며 묻는 전화가 없다는 게 뭐 어때 같이 걷고 있으면 꼭 잡고 있었던 따뜻한 네 손이 없다는 게 뭐 어때 보고 싶던 영화를 나란히 알아보고 유명하단 맛집을 같이 가보자고 주말을 기다리며 계획을 짜던 네가 없는 게 뭐 어때 가끔 눈물 나게 함께 웃던 일도 때론 소리치며 둘이 싸운 일도 잊으면 되는데 별일 아닌 건데 지우지 뭐 어때 보고 싶다고 한숨에 달려가고 헤어지기 싫어 아쉬웠던 밤도 잊으면 되는데 별일 아닌 건데 지우지 뭐 어때 시간은 흘러가고 하루 이틀 그렇게
Okay. I wish I could go back in time. 친구 앞에선 쿨한 척을
So
했지만
our camera battery totally did not go out.
Definitely did not.
It definitely did not.
This
And we are
smooth
definitely
transition.
not repeating
What we
5
said.
minutes of what we've said before.
Yeah,
but
definitely not.
Definitely not doing that. So Yoo Sung-woo is a person that he got famous on one of the Korean audition shows.
Yeah, K-pop star, Superstar K, one of those two.
One of those. Can't remember which one.
Yeah.
But when he debuted, he was like a little boy.
He was really
young. Like
yeah.
middle school, I think, or maybe first year high school.
Yeah.
But he was so cute, and he played guitar, and he had a great voice that I was
And he won
drawn
all
to him.
the Nuna's hearts and Stevens.
He won my heart, dude. I really liked him. And every song that he's released, like I've always liked, but I've never like loved.
Yeah. And they've all been quite acoustic-y up to this point.
Yeah, like I mean, there's a reason why you call him
a
right?
Chingu with the guitar.
Because he loved that guitar. And in the past, it would always just be him kind of playing a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, he's been transitioning into more kind of very pop music,
Yeah.
using less guitars.
Yeah.
And this is definitely, I think, one of his best, songs yet.
Yeah. I think this is my favorite song of his. Just because of the catchiness, and two, his voice is very good. His voice is
I
very
really
good,
like his voice. And I think he brought in Crucial Star to put in a rap in.
Yeah.
And I thought the rap fit very well with
Yeah.
the song.
Almost seamlessly.
Yeah. And it's a kind of interesting music video.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
I suggest you should watch the music video
we don't want to
if you're
spoil
interested
it.
in
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to spoil it, but it has two members of different boy groups. One from Monster X and one from IM. No, he's IM from somewhere. Or even,
Well, I Am is in Monster X, but
X,
I don't know
yeah.
if the guy is I Am. I don't.
Anyways, it has two guys from different boy groups.
Maybe
so,
one's from
okay.
Boyfriend, I think.
Boyfriend, yeah. That sounds familiar. That sounds about right. One's from Boyfriend,
Yeah.
one's...
They
I Am
were
from
in his
Monster X.
last music video too.
Yeah. They must be friends.
They chingus
They're probably chingus.
with his guitar. But yeah, so and Yoo Sung-woo, he's in it for a tiny bit, but it's also got a really cute girl in it. Or again, a girl that I think is really cute.
Yeah, you might have to punch your dick. Because she might be underage.
She might be,
She's
but
underage.
as long as I don't know, no dick punching necessary.
Yeah, I didn't know I was watching
I
child
didn't know.
pornography.
All right, she's not naked. Okay, it's not pornography. Let's not get carried away. Okay, calm it down. Simmer down. She's cute. But yeah, you should. I think you should. If you like, pop ballads. If you like Yoo Sung-woo's stuff in the past that I've mentioned on the podcast,
Yeah.
you should definitely check out whatever.
Yeah, this will be your cup of tea, I really think. If you are kind of a fan more of his like acoustic style, you might not like it as much, but I still think it's worth a listen.
Yeah,
It's a good listen.
it's a good sit.
Good sit. It's a good sit.
You know what else is a good sit, Josh? What else is a good sit?
So the last song I want to talk about for this podcast is my girl Taeyeon with her song Rain.
텅 빈 회색 빛거린 참 허전해 쓸쓸한 기분에 유리창을 열어 내민 두 손 위로 떨어진 빗방울
mean, you never forget your first K-pop love.
You're right, I guess, but
Who was your first K-pop love?
I don't know. I never loved anyone as much as you loved her, though.
It's true. I did really like.
Probably probably, but
Yeah,
like
probably Yubin.
I never was like, I never had posters of her. I never
Mm-hmm.
like had pictures of her on my phone or you know that kind of stuff. I just don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
I that's a lie. I think I went through that phase sort of with Morning Musume when I used to like J-pop before K-pop,
Yeah.
and like I remember I feel like I've told this story before, but I'm not sure.
Just tell it again.
But like in college,
Yeah.
this was before the iPhone came out,
Yeah.
okay? Before the iPhone revolution, all right? Before smartphones. I bought this super expensive, what are these called? The phones
Slide
that
phones.
slider phones.
Yeah.
Which were, at the time, America was all using flip phones.
Revolutionary.
Yeah, and it was this Japanese, it was really expensive. It was like $800. But the coolest part about it was that when somebody called you, it could play video. And you could, and so it was like a video of the girl singing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So like, I set it so like every one of my friends would call me with a different
Kind of
video of Morning Musume.
Yeah.
And that was the highlight of my life at the time because I was like, yeah, and I love that phone. That was such an amazing phone. And then the iPhone came out, and I was.
And you were like, "Fuck this, plebe shit. I'm on the next level."
I'm on that. The first iPhone was not
Not very
that
good though.
great,
No.
and like I had. Maybe you don't remember, but like when the first iPhone came out, it cost like $1 million.
Yeah, like $1,000.
It was
plus,
insane. I mean, now it costs $1,000, but only if you don't buy it with contract. Right?
Yeah.
This was with everything. It was like $1,000
$1,000, yeah.
And so I bought it, and then like 2 weeks later, they like lowered the price by like $300-$400, and I was really salty.
PJ Salt, dude.
Anyways, I think, you know, I used to have my phone background was like more
Yeah.
Musume stuff or my computer background.
Yeah.
So I did go through that a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, your girl Taeyeon, what'd she do?
I mean, I've always been a really big fan of Taeyeon's voice. It's not like a very powerful voice, like, you know, if you think about Mamamoo or like Ailey or like other, you know, some other singers. It's very kind of a very soft voice that is, I think, very suited for OSTs or kind of like slow R&B songs. And Rain is a very slow R&B song. It's very different from Taeyeon's I think was her last single, or solo single, first one. That song was very poppy. And this song is more of like a more chilled out R&B kind of song that I think suits her voice more than that song. And I do really like this song more than I.
I mean, I wouldn't really consider it R&B.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a pop ballad. It has some elements of R&B in it. I wouldn't say it's like
Yeah, but
R&B.
yeah, like when I think of that, like a ballad with K&B, I'm like all that, like Mamamoo, I Miss You, you know, like it's
No,
not like that.
that's straight
Right.
R&B. That's straight R&B. Like this has, I mean, it is SM. It's gonna be poppy to a certain degree, right? But I do like the direction that she's taking her solo kind of career, quote unquote, because for a long time, after SNSD is kind of like losing momentum, you know, everybody's kind of just waiting for Taeyeon to kind of release solo songs because she is like the singer of SNSD. Right?
Yeah.
And I, to be honest, was a little bit disappointed with I think it was a good song, but I was like, this is not the direction I thought she was going to take her music. I thought she was going to take it in a more kind of R&B, a little bit more soulful, maybe more acoustic way. And when I came out, it was very, very poppy. And I was like, So I'm happy to hear this type of song. I hope she tries something more acoustic-y next time because I do feel like it'll fit her voice better. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't like this song that much. Like, I think the song is really boring. Like, I wasn't like crying when I heard I, you know, like, you know, like some fans were, but like, I think I wasn't bad. Like, I liked I.
You like I better than this song, yeah?
Yeah, I definitely. Like that's the problem with ballads, right? Like, which is like, ballads for me ride a very thin line of like, I like this ballad for what it is, or it's really boring and I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's very. Steven is very finicky about the ballads he likes. He likes ballads of beat or ballads that kind of really showcase like your vocal chops. Yeah. So I mean, Taeyeon, she has a chance to like bring it high, and she kind of just backs away in one part. So I can see where you're coming from, but this song I think is my style because I do, on occasion, like that type of ballad.
It's true that you do. I honestly, I kind of think though that like if this wasn't Taeyeon, I really don't think many people would really like this song. But
I mean, I do have to premise that it is because I do like Taeyeon's voice, and I'm like, I've heard it a lot,
right.
And it's something that's very familiar for me, and it's not necessarily nostalgia, but it's kind of like a familiarity,
comfortable.
Yeah, it's comfortable, and like I know what I like about it.
Right.
And it makes me feel a certain way. So I think I understand why people won't like it, but for me, I enjoy it for these reasons.
I mean, it's been doing decently, you know, not like which kind of did really well.
Yeah. Like this song has been like top 5-ish.
Yeah. But it is very Korean-y style ballad, so
and people really in Korea really do love Taeyeon. Yeah. She's very, very popular still.
Yeah. And we did mention this again on the weekly update, a new series on YouTube that you should check out.
Hey.
But Rain, this song was supposed to be the first of this like
SM station,
which is it's not even a station. I don't know why they call it a station, but it's like supposedly it's like a released schedule where SM will release a new song every single week. But then they didn't release a song this week.
Because it was Lunar New Year.
Well, the thing is, nobody knows why, but a very logical YouTuber pointed out that it was Lunar New Year, which is probably tied for the most important holiday in Korea.
And he and Steven were like, well, then why not just start next week?
Yeah, why not start the week after
Lunar New Year? But then again, like if Taeyeon's like release schedule was the week before Lunar New Year, like why not? Let's just hop on this popularity train of Taeyeon, you know.
But that's the thing with like that's the reason in the update I called it a rumor because like it's not a plan if you don't announce the plan. Like it'd be like this week like there wasn't a press release that was like this is the first song. Next week's Lunar New Year, nothing's gonna come out, but week number 3, week number 4 is going to be this and this. Like when you have a plan that supposedly you're going to release 48 more songs this year, like usually you release what's going to happen probably in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But like,
and Steven and I have been disappointed with these like kind of scheduled releases because Brave Sound had like some anniversary album and he like stopped halfway.
Or maybe he kept making them. We just didn't find it on all Kpop or something. I don't know.
Just slipped through the crack.
But it is true. It would like show up like here's the 8th one and then here's the 11th one. We're like, wait, what? What happened to 10 and 9? But it doesn't matter because the best song of 2014 came from that anniversary. You know a song. Not by my girls 4minute. 4minute. Look what happened, man. You had only gained weight. And then you went to hate. What happened, girls? What happened? I don't know. I don't know either. But I think that's going to be it for this incredibly short podcast. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it still.
Yeah.
We also don't really know what we're going to talk about in the after show. But we're going to figure something out.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear it, of course, a week from now.
Short but sweet week. Yeah.
That's what they call me?
Short but sweet.
I am kind of short.
Probably 1 centimeter.
And I am sweet. I'm bigger than 1 centimeter. Mamamoo. But as Mamamoo said, even if you're 1 centimeter, have some pride. Right? Pride. It's all about pride. It's all about confidence, right? Right? You want that. If you don't want no hate, right? If you want to make that baby.
Let's not get sentimental.
Right? When you think about jelly babies. What the hell? I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever. All right, that's it for episode 85. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace.